Hello. Figured to actually do a quick recording of my own base. Anubis is just hanging out with me tonight. And this is actually my base right here. Ignore all this because I was growing, you know, the big trees. Let's go in here. Come on, Anubis. Thank you. These are my apricots, one of each color. They're made to use Pokeballs. This bag, which is a sophisticated backpack mod, I believe. It came with the pack so it could be on the server of my friend. This holds all my apricots and seeds. This here is my farm. Oh. I guess Tangela is gonna die in the thistles. Nope, never mind. And I made my little living quarters here. It's pretty basic. I've always considered this my temporary base, so I have my blast furnaces, stone cutter, smithing, crafting. All of these are basically to replace all the chests I ever had. May as well make use of them, especially when I plan to go make my my permanent base, just so I can pick everything up and go. So yeah, got all my cutting boards, also a mod I believe. And we got the stoves, the cooking pot, and the frying pans are purely to put the kelp in so I can make dried kelp and make dried kelp blocks for fuel. It's a lot easier to do with the frying pans. Speaking of, this is my kelp farm down here. This is just my trash dispenser. Or disposal. Sorry. Here's my rice farm. I use dispensers for that. Push button. And then push it again. And most of the rice collects into the hoppers. Not all, but most. Which collects into here. Hi there, just Matthew from the future. I decided to update my rice farm after discovering that I could figure out a better way. I had dispensers all across the entire crop, and that way all the rice gets tossed into the water, hit it again, and it hit against the glass, and we got a flow so that way the rice actually goes into the hoppers. Of course, so I still added a door just in case, but hey, it's now working. Alright, now back to the video. I don't bother making this for my leeks because this is one of those things where they don't leave a plant behind like they do for rice. My potions, all I'm doing right now is making, you know, Pokemon stuff like the hyper potions, which can be changed to max potions. This is my bamboo farm. Push a button. All good to go here. I need all the bamboo anyway, so I figured to hold off until I make this video. My bee farm. I just recently added this, but yeah. Has all my honey and honeycombs. My chicken farming. One just for eggs, seeds and feathers, and these are just for eggs. These are for the drops. So it just drops eggs into here, pops them out, they grow up, and then, well, they suffocate. And in here I got my sheep, cows, and pigs. Only have a water system to, you know, bring all the animals forward so I can make for easy slaughtering. And they go into the hopper. And then I always have 4 up here of each. Pigs had to get a little bit of a modified design because they slide under 1 block, obviously. But this way, if I accidentally kill everything down here, I have 4 up here always. Breed them, the babies fall through the iron grate, and they grow up down here. And here's my row of furnaces for things that I don't particularly care to grab experience from, like, you know, glass, stone, and heal powder in this case, which you just throw revival herbs into these. And then down here, this is how you do the kelp farm. You just go over here, you break all this down. Nope. And then you collect them at the top. Here is for, it's also a Pokemon mod thing. It's a tumblestone system. Hit a button, they all pop up. They all grow on any surface, but they need to be near lava or hot source, so that works out the magma block. But yeah. And let me show you the, let me put you in your Pokeball. You go in here, you hit this because it activates, or it pulls the block back out, and it drops water down, and then it breaks all the crops inside. And I do it for each one. I have something slightly different. The only reason why I'm growing this is for, you know, the cows and bread. And again, it's connected to the housing. This is the second floor. This is for enchantments. This is also a Pokemon thing for fossils. You saw outside that there's a system where I just throw all the things in the hoppers and they go down to get collected at the bottom. This is for extras. Stuff that I don't have space for anymore, so they get taken down to the compost. Like all the seeds. So they collect in here, they turn into compost, and they turn into bone meal. So that way, it's like, oh, I already have all the seeds for hay. And I can't fit it anymore, so I just throw them in there. This is just a berry farm. Also Pokemon. Also Pokemon. It's blue, green, red, pink, cyan, and white herbs. Now I got my melon farm here. You just break them up, throw them in that hopper. This one is for the Pokemon. This is for regular crops. On my floors too, use glow berries. That way I can collect as well as keep the place lit. Usually I put revival herbs down here, but I'm actually full on those. So right now I'm just growing the Vivichokes, which you break down. It gives you 2 seeds, so therefore. I got my mushroom colonies here. This is also a mod thing where you use Farmer's Delight. It gives you enhanced dirt blocks that grows mushrooms like this in clumps. So you can get well over a stack of each. And then here's my nether wart. You know, do the same thing here. Pull this, release water. And this one I'm actually pretty proud of. Because this way, let me put some stuff away. You just hit this. And it shakes everything off and pushes the blocks back down. Then you just replant. For this size, it leaves me 48. To throw into the hopper here. And I use a bamboo wood because I like bamboo. There we go. And like I said, it leaves me 48, so I just throw them in here. And yeah, that's why I'm still probably will build up further, but I don't know. But yeah. And I also have my thistleberry growing down there, and that way I don't run into them. But yeah, this is my, as I'm going to keep saying, this is my temporary base. For being a temporary base, it certainly is sophisticated, but I'm going to transfer all this knowledge that I'm building over here to wherever I'm building next time. Alright. Suck on that, Phil.